Hello, this is like a part B of the video because I've only just made the video about my new strategy. Something else I want to talk about, same sort of theme, but what I'm going to do is my goals for this year, how I'm going to achieve it. Right, so I've got two bikes. I've got an old bike, Carrera, and I've changed the gears on it quite a bit. When I first had it for the first year, it had on, I know it definitely had a 52 tooth big ring, but I'm not sure if I had a 39 or 36 small ring. It should have had a 39 really, but I can't remember. I remember it had a 52. I've sold it now on eBay, so I haven't got it. But for the first year, I was quite heavy. I wasn't fit, and there's a lot of hills where I live. And I was riding along, and I was just struggling. I was hardly ever using the big ring and the big gear, even on downhills for like 5 seconds maybe, but averagely I was like hardly ever using the top gear. I wasn't fit enough, wasn't strong enough. And then when I put it into the bottom ring, was it a 39, and I was trying to go up hills, I couldn't. I went for a bike ride with someone on the same bike as mine, but slightly different. Downhills, I was overtaking them easy. They were pedaling like mad, and I was just bombing straight past. I couldn't believe how slow they were going. I was going, when I was behind them, I was like, "Why are you pedaling so fast? I'm hardly even pedaling." And then going uphill, I was pedaling in like my first gear, and couldn't go anymore. Slow as anything, walking pace, and they just cruised past. I realised what they had was a compact. They had a compact, so 50 tooth big ring, 34 tooth bottom ring, and then on the back I think they had a 12 tooth small cog and a 26 tooth big cog. And then the bike I had, even though they're both Carreras from the same shop, so I had the 52 tooth big ring, 39 tooth bottom ring on the front, and then on the back it had again a 12 tooth small cog, but only a 25 tooth big cog. So that's why. So speaking to a mate of mine, he recommended, because I was a big bodybuilder, and I was planning on going bigger for bodybuilding competitions, and then to use the bike for the cardio in the summer. So the plan was, he recommended upgrade from just the basic gears on it to a Tiagra, second hand off eBay, be cheapest, and then swap from a double to a triple. So I changed it from the semi-compact, I changed it to a compact but on a triple. So I had 50 tooth big ring, a 39 tooth middle ring, and then a 30 tooth small ring. I also changed the back cassette for, I've had a few. I had a 12 tooth. Oh yeah, it was 8 speed. So I changed it to 10 speed. So there's more options. And then I had 12 tooth small cog, and then a 30 tooth big cog. So in emergencies, I could smash it up the hill. When I'm heavy and got the hill, there's a 39 tooth middle cog, so I could do the medium stuff. And then 50-12 is still decent enough to go a bit of speed. I noticed that down hills, I was like 1 or 2 miles an hour, not as fast as what I used to be. But when you get over your mind that that's only for 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds at the most down the blast, on average, your speed goes up. So all the energy you save going uphill in easier gear, you get downhill faster anyway. Eventually, last year, I started getting fit again, and I noticed that it was too easy. There's no need for me to have a 30 tooth front cog, and the 50 is a bit easy. So what I did was, I went on eBay, I bought a 53 tooth oval chainring. It also came with a 40 tooth oval chainring. And I thought, right, and I'm going to stick on my 12 tooth, 25 tooth rear cassette. But that was a bit too hard, so I done the 12 tooth, 30 tooth on the back. It was good, it's alright. The only thing is though, I think the oval chainring was meant to be for 11 speed bike with a double, and I had it on a 10 speed with a triple, so it's grinding a bit. You change the gear and it drop too much. It wasn't really working. The big ring was good, I liked it, but it's a bit too hard. I was grinding the gears too much. On the downhill sections, yeah, you get a bit faster, but it's a bit hard. When I stuck on the Turbo Trainer, you've got no downhills. It's only going uphill or flat. And for a 3-hour bike ride, I noticed, like, even with the 30 tooth rear cassette, on the 2-hour, 3-hour Turbo Trainer session, I wanted to change up a gear. I just had no more gears to go up to. So I've re-swapped it back again. I put my 50 tooth on it. I got my 39 tooth middle, 30 tooth small. But new part of the plan is my new Giant bike. It doesn't use quick release skewers. It uses 12mm through axle bolt. And for the Turbo Trainer, you got to get a new through axle bolt for it to go on the Turbo Trainer. I did order one in December. It was the wrong one that arrived. I had problems sending it back. I sent it back, but I had problems getting the refund. So I didn't want to splash out on a new bolt until I had the money secured in my account until I buy a new one. Good news is, hooray, today, the money's back in my account. Today I can order a new one. It'll take a couple of days. So I'm working for a couple of days anyway. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hopefully by the weekend, possibly, I should get the new through axle in the post. So that means I can put my Giant bike on my Turbo Trainer. It's still February, so I'm guessing February, March. We can still have snow in March. So I'll still train on the Turbo Trainer for a couple more months, just to make sure I definitely am at a good fitness level before I start going out on the road. So I'm going to get my through axle bolt on my Giant. I'll get that on the bike. And then when I'm confident that I can definitely go on the road at a decent pace for the whole route, what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully look at my gears, because my Giant bike, that's got a compact on the front. So again, 50 tooth big ring, 34 tooth small ring. But on the back, the cassette it's an 11 speed, 11 tooth small cog, but it's got a 32 tooth big cog. I know if you look at the advertising for the Giant Defy Advanced, it actually says it's got an Ultegra group set. Mine has. It says it's got a 34 tooth big cog. It's not. It's a 32 tooth. And what they've done is, as well, bit of a con really. I've paid for an Ultegra group set. It's actually a 105 rear cassette. Naughty really, because it says it's an Ultegra 34, but it's not. It's a 105 32. But I don't need it. What I'll do is I'll test. There's a massive mega hill. If you look at my Strava, I think I called it Death Wish. It was like half an hour of just up and up and up. I'll test it when I'm at my fittest, in the easiest gear possible. Do I really need a 34 32? And I'll work out on the gear ratios. I'll get a pen and paper out. I'll work it all out. I'll put it in the easiest gear which I need to go at a good cadence, because I've got a cadence sensor now for my Giant bike, the Ride Sense. So I'll look at my cadence. I'll see, can I keep at least a minimum of like 70 cadence uphill. And then whatever gear that is, 70 cadence going up that monster hill. Then I work out the gear ratios, and I'm thinking, shall I buy some new chain rings? Shall I buy? I won't bother buying the whole crank set in case, well, unless it's cheaper. If it's cheaper, I might as well. But I'll probably just buy 2 chain rings, 52 tooth. I'm not going to jump to 53. I'm not going to bother messing around with ovals because, like I said, with the Q rings, it was louder. It sounds like a tank going on the road. Whether or not that's because it's meant to be for 11 speed, not a 10 speed, I don't know, but I don't want to risk it really. With my old bike, I don't mind bodging it up. It's like 5 years old now, but with my newer giant carbon frame, I'll stick to Ultegra. So I'll put an Ultegra 52 tooth. I'll stick on an Ultegra 36 tooth. And then I'll go up this monster hill again. See if I can keep to 70 odd cadence. If I still don't need the 36-32 ratio, I could even change the rigger set to maybe 1128 or 1130, because I've noticed that some of the jumps between gears are quite far. So you'd be pedaling along, you get to a little hill, a little tiny bump, so you change it up one gear and then it spins. And then you spin it like mad, you change it down the gear, and then, oh, it's hard. So I'll do a test. First of all, I'll get the bike set up on the rolling road, on the turbo, have a smash of that, adjust my seat, adjust my handlebars, get it proper set up nice, make sure my gears are working real good after the winter of not using it. When I'm confident that my speed is good, my fitness levels are good, I'll then get on the road. Like I said, I'll hit that monster hill, check out my top of speed. Can I sustain a decent speed on the open road? Would it be worth getting the a semi-compact? You talk about, I've seen these videos of people saying unless you can spin out 130 cadence in your compact, you don't need a semi-compact. But it depends where you live. It's all relative to where you live. Obviously, I told you about, I got some hills got to go up. So what goes up comes down. So most of my bike rides, none of them are flat. None of them. I don't even think there's any flat for 100 meters. Nowhere is dead flat. You think it's flat in a car? It's not. It's either like 1 or 2% up or 1 or 2% down. And I normally do either a there and back or a loop. So all of my rides are either going up for half of it and then down, or I either go up a real steep hill and then down the rest of the loop home. So either way, I need my easy gears, I need my big gears, and I don't necessarily need a medium gear. I'm not like a TT cruising. I don't need to be aero, because there's nowhere on my bike rides where I can settle down to a constant speed. Okay, I don't like the open roads, straight roads. I'm going on country roads, round corners, up hills, down hills, round corners, braking, junction, braking. So I'm either in my easy gear or the big fat gears, going like 35, 40 miles an hour downhill. So if you're going 40 miles an hour downhill, you do need the big gears, because I can't pedal out over 130. And I'm noticing on my turbo trainer as well. I was doing a step test the other day for fitness. So it said start off at, I think, 200 watts, then 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. Then it said do 400 watts, but in a compact gear setup, 400 watts in 50 tooth on the front, 11 tooth on the back. You're gonna be spinning out well over 100. I'm more comfortable at 80 to 90. I think for me, 90 feels fast for a long time. So I got big, powerful legs. I'd rather do a more powerful, slow cadence than a spin out fast cadence. And obviously 70 RPM, 80 RPM in a compact, it's not pushing out 400 watts. So I need to get my big rings, get a bigger ring. Yeah, so that's my plan. New strategy. Don't worry about my weight. Worry more about my fitness going up. And then second strategy is get my new bike set up and think about some new gears. Okay, see you soon. Check me out.